Today's story is Jesus feeds thousands. One day, Jesus was teaching a crowd of people. There were over 5,000 people listening to Jesus. How many people were listening to Jesus teach? Over 5,000. The people were there all day long, way past dinner time. They didn't want to leave because they wanted to hear Jesus, but they were getting tired and hungry. How were the people feeling? Tired and hungry. There was one little boy who had food that his mother had packed for him, but it was just a little bit of food, not enough to feed a crowd of people. Who had a little bit of food? A boy. Jesus asked the little boy to bring him what he had. The boy had 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. What food did the boy have? 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Jesus' friends thought it was impossible to feed everyone with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. But Jesus knew that God would make it more than enough. Who knew that God would make the food more than enough? Jesus. Jesus looked up to heaven and thanked God. Then he began to hand out the food. No matter how much he broke off to hand out, there was always more and more and more. All 5,000 people had plenty to eat, and there were leftovers too. What happened to the food as Jesus handed it out? It became more and more. Feeding more than 5,000 people from a little bit of food is one of Jesus' miracles. A miracle is something amazing that only God can do. What was it when Jesus fed over 5,000 people? A miracle. We can always count on God to provide for our needs. Who can we always count on to provide for our needs? God.